Good afternoon. Hello guys, how you doing? Just thought I'd do another quick video. Yeah, they never are they? But I'll try and keep it short. I thought I'd come on and talk to you guys because nobody out here wants to talk. I'm just nipping into our local shopping area, pick up a couple of bits and bobs, and everybody's walking past, head down, not making eye contact like I was saying the other day, but not to worry. Life goes on. Noticed a bit more traffic about today. Yeah, people seem to be getting out and about. Anyway, there's not many pedestrians about. Anyway, what do I want to talk about today? Bit of a mixed bag really, but I watched one of my Facebook friends' video today, and it was quite interesting. People making observations of how we've got to the position that we are today. Never met this guy, but he's pretty much on the same wavelength as myself. His name's Dan, so hi Dan, if you're watching this video. But yet again, he inspired me to think about what he had to say. You know, how have we got to where we are today? And he suggested that the reason why we listen to people and believe everything they say as gospel is because of the way we was brought up. Our parents. Not forgetting that we're living in a totally different generation now, which I tend to agree with. My parents were very strict. What they said goes, whether we understood it or not. Most of the time we didn't understand it, but you know, there was no room for discussion or negotiation, so to speak. So just a second.
I've done that bloody animal one. It's nothing.
Yeah, so anyway, nice to see a couple of people enjoying the afternoon without fear. Anyway, going back to this, yeah, I tend to agree with Dan with what he said, because when we were growing up, we were taught to do as we're told, not question authority, blah de blah de blah. And we get to that age, right? I got to the age of 17. And I listened to my gut feeling. My gut feeling was no. We were put on this world to work all this out ourselves and not listen to other people and their opinions, whether it's right or wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I agree that certain things a parent has to teach a child. Don't put your hand on the cooker ring, for instance, it'll burn. But sometimes the kid has to put his hand on the cooker ring and get it burnt to realise that some things are there for the better. But we were brought up to not question authority, not question anything. So I got to the age of, I think it was 17, early 17s. And I left home to venture out into this huge wide world, and be me. Now, a lot of people, including family, actually thought I was a rebel for doing what I did. Now, Dan's made me think about this today, because even though it may have come across like that, it wasn't. I was just being me. I was growing, I was evolving like any normal human being should do. I was venturing into areas that my ancestors had never been. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Yes, it caused problems. Yes, it split members of the family away from me. And that's sad, that is sad, but I've always kept this moral code, my own moral code of living with the truth. And that's my truth and how I perceive the world today. Now, some people might say, yeah, but you can't do that. It's all right doing your own thing, but sometimes you have to consider others. Oh, absolutely, I consider others. The line is drawn when people impose their idealisms, if you like, their ideas, their opinions onto you forcibly. That's why I left home, remember? Because it was getting to that point where it's causing a major problem. Now we're at a stage in our lives now where a lot of people say, oh, I can't wait till this is over. This virus pandemic is really telling on us, and I can't wait till we get back to normal. Have you questioned that? Have you questioned what normal is and exactly what it is that you're wishing for? Some people have to be careful what you wish for. There's that saying, careful what you wish for. We're going back to the very same thing that's got us to this position in the first place. No. I've seen an explosion in people actually, let's call it waking up, questioning what's going on in the world today. People that had never realised were actually waking up to it. And if that's the case, then surely they don't want to be going back to normality, as in what's got us to this position in the first place. I don't like it. I don't like it because I'm not going to run with the crowd. I'm going to stick by my moral code, and that is to respect all others and their choice in life, but nobody will step on my choices in life. So at the age of 17 and onwards, I've always lived by that, and that's why I feel free. That's why I don't feel as much as other people. I don't feel the strong effects of this lockdown and this alleged pandemic that's supposedly going on in the world today. The news, you look at the news and we're fed all this information that anybody that has the same sort of frame of mind where it's like, well, you know, let me think about this. Is it true what we're saying? Let me think about what they're saying. Put it all together and see if they match. Quite often they don't. Quite often they don't. Just give me a second. A little bit of privacy here. Again, it's nice to see people out enjoying the sun. It's a beautiful afternoon. It really is. So quite a lot of pedestrians about. People stood at the garden gates chatting, which is good to see. So yeah, I think my point is, I'm seeing quite a lot of people getting fed up with this situation now, me included. Don't get me wrong, I am. But what are we looking forward to, guys? I'm certainly not looking forward to getting back to normal, for the very reason I've just explained. I want to move into something brand new. That doesn't mean I want to move away and get rid of the job that should be waiting for me when I've gone through this, or when they decide to bring us out of lockdown. Because I enjoy my job, and I enjoy the bit of money that it brings in order to give me that freedom to be me. But I do worry about what people are looking at. Do they actually know what they want after all this? Or are they going to look for external sources to tell them what to do? In which case, nothing's going to change, it's just going to get worse. I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy doing the things that I do. I'm not a threat to society. I'm not doing things that interfere with other people's happiness in life. But I strongly believe people are just waiting. Silence, beautiful, isn't it? This is a shame. Look at this. Look. Should be being used. Kids are at home, probably getting bored stiff. I know they're getting bored stiff. I really do. So yeah, I'm not waiting to be told what to do. I want change, like I have done for a long time. Not just change for my benefit, change so that people start to enjoy life. Waiting for McDonald's to reopen, I saw that post today, and no disrespect to the poster at all, but is this what we're looking forward to? You look at the bigger picture. It's fast food, it's junk food, but why is it there? Why does it even exist? It's not healthy for us. It's tasty, maybe. I question that, that's why I don't eat it. But people are looking forward to this. Why don't we look forward to real change? I don't know what the answer is. I don't think anybody really knows what the answer is, because while the powers that be are playing with our lives like they are doing, they have no decisions. They've proved that. They have no idea on what to do. If you look between the lines on these news reports at 5 o'clock in the evening, you can quite clearly see that most of them are like rabbits in headlights, repeating the same narrative over and over again with a little bit added on just for, keep people interested, when in actual fact pick it apart and it's not making any difference whatsoever. It really isn't. So what's important then while we're waiting? Because the thing is, on an individual level, we can only do what we do, like what I'm doing now. I'm off for a wander. I'm going to pick a few bits up, fearless. If I get faced by the authorities at any point, I'll talk to them and I'll just explain what I'm doing. But that's it. That's as far as it goes. I won't be paying any fines or getting arrested or being sent home like a naughty child. 17 years of age I was when I changed all that. And I was chatting to a family member that I hadn't spoke to for a few months, a couple of months maybe. And we was reminiscing a little bit back to when I was a kid, and yes, it did seem like I was being a rebellious fucker, but I wasn't. I was just being me. I thought that's what life's all about. Just be yourself. Enjoy who you are, celebrate who you are, celebrate your own mind. Don't just go into, what are we supposed to be doing this weekend? What are we supposed to be doing tonight? What's the in thing on TV? There's a good one. People that know me know that I don't really watch TV, but we decided to have a bit of a dig and a delve on Netflix. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm fully awake. I know who owns Netflix and how it's controlled. by those that want you to see what they want you to see, etc. But we had a dig and a delve, and there's a new series come out. It's called Afterlife, I think, by Ricky Gervais. Now, those that have been watching the media know what he's just done. I think it was in Hollywood, and he was doing a speech, and he basically came out and said it how it is regarding Epstein and his involvement with child paedophilia and the island that he owns and blah blah blah. Now this is fucking amazing, it really is. I was watching it, and he plays, for those that haven't seen it, he plays an extremely good part of what I would call a real person. Albeit it seems over the top a little bit. It's his choice. But if you ever get a chance to watch it, give it a go. Watch the first. Well, watch it and see what you think. I love it. I fucking love it. He says it how it is, and he doesn't see why anybody else should question that. And it does make you think. It does make you think. Why does my actions bother anybody else? And when I say anybody else, I'm talking about not only my wife, my brother, my kids, my uncles, aunties, my family, yeah? Because I don't impose my way of life onto anybody else. So, thinking about that, why should it, in real terms, why would it affect the authorities, the government, in what I do and what I choose to do in my life, other than, if you think about it, a way of controlling us? Brings me back to a story I read just before I left home today. It was a news report to say that the authorities may allow us to congregate in groups of 10 at a time. Now, do I need to explain to you how to take that and what to think? I hope not. But what the fuck is that going to achieve? Right? On one hand, we're being told to stay well away from other people. Hang on, the sun's in my eye there. Well away from other people. And on the other hand, they're saying you can allocate 10 people, friends, family and whatever, that you want to hang... Fucking hell. No fucking way. No fucking way. Try it. Try it and see what happens, because I tell you what, me for one, no. That's my personal and private business. Who I speak to, who I hang about with. What has that got to do with the government? And if you say, well, it'll help not to spread this virus, give your head a shake. Give her head a shake. At the end of the day, all it takes, if a virus is spread by contact with one person with the virus, surely. So 1 out of that 10 is not going to make any difference. It's either all or nothing, surely. All or nothing. It's got to be. It's got to be. But we're meant to believe, and the fucking sad bit about it is a lot of people do believe that they're doing it for our benefit. That's something that I don't need to be told. I don't need to be told that I can have 10 friends and name them, let them know what the names are so that they can keep control of you. No, fuck that. It's not happening, okay? That is me making my own informed decision and sticking by it. I'm very close to the shopping centre now, so I'm going to leave it at that and go off and buy me little bits and bobs. But just think about that. Think about what age were you when you, whether you did or not, gain your own authority, where you made decisions for yourself, truly made decisions for yourself. Because I don't think you can get a higher self-respect than being able to do that. I'm not saying you have to, I'm just saying question it. Question it. Are you totally in control of your own life? I'm not, because of certain, things that I have to abide by, but as a whole, that's why I don't live in fear. That's why I'm not worried about what's going on. I'm riding the waves. Anyway, I've just bumped into my lad, so I'll get off the video for now. Surprised to see him, and I'll get back to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye for now.